Pocono Raceway, the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, the first of two practices, a little more than an hour remaining in this first session, and we'll go about 60 minutes a little bit later this afternoon. Qualify and race tomorrow here at the Tricky Triangle. On board with Daniel Henrik.
He's right along. Look at what he's looking at right there. Look, he's going to back off and come in, right? And he's looking straight at the wall there. What an intimidating corner.
I like backing off and coming in. I've been through that corner too fast at times and wound up in that outside wall. It's just very daunting. And this corner, so flat. And it's so important. This is where you really want to gain your momentum to come down this long front straightaway. If you mess up turn 3, Vince, you're just beating that steering wheel all the way down the straightaway out of frustration, knowing all the time you left on the table.
Because you pay for it, too.
Well, and on the flip side, if you are getting off turn 3 very well, that sets you up to make some moves down that front stretch. And if you're not getting off turn 3, chances are you're probably not going to be the guy that parks it in victory lane at the end of the day. So check in downstairs with Hermie.
Well, Vince, most of the time with the 88 of Crafton, when you guys unload, it's not exactly what you want. They go to work on it. It typically works out in your favor, but not happy with the first run. So what are they working on?
A lot of things right now. Just missed travels a little bit, and Junior, these guys are going to do a lot of changes, and that's what we did last year. We were really, really bad in practice, and we're at the opposite end of the spectrum where we were last year in practice and handling-wise. So these guys will get some large Toyota Tundra tuned up for the race, and we'll be all right later in practice, hopefully.
That's Matt Crafton. A little work, and he'll be back on track shortly. Caitlin?
Well, Hermie, Cameron Haley, and the 13 team had a bit of a delayed start to this practice session because his truck chief cut his finger getting this truck ready for practice session. The team tells us it's a pretty bad injury. He's actually in the care center right now, so that delayed their start time for this team. But he's been on track, run 3 laps so far, telling his team we're tight on entry, middle, and exit. All over tight, really, for this group. So they're making some adjustments now to try and loosen up this 13 truck.
Some of the challenges that you can't plan on during the course of a race weekend. As you take a look at our leaderboard there at the top of the screen, different colors representing where these drivers are positioned in the hunt for a chase spot. So for instance, the drivers that are in green, they are drivers that have already won a race this season and for all intents and purposes are locked into the chase. If you're in yellow, you're currently in on points. And of course, if you just have a blue background behind your name, you got work to do.
Absolutely. Here, Cody Kaufman, the 51 truck, pretty good early on here. He's got a little experience here in the ARCA Racing Series as well, but right now he's 7th quickest as he gets by Brandon Brown in the 86 truck.
Kaufman won one of the biggest short track races in the Midwest, the Winchester 400, and so you got that kind of talent, you got that kind of diversity, you can get it done when you come to a place like this. Because like you said, Phil, excuse me, he was 2nd at Winchester. That's my fault. He almost won it. But when you have that type of skill and that type of diversity, we talked about the fact that this track is patterned after 3 different facilities. So maybe you were really good at Milwaukee or you're really good at Indy. You can't wait to get to this place. I never ran Trenton. I did run Milwaukee a couple of times, and I had problems putting them all together here in Pocono, Pennsylvania. Felt like just one big crazy racetrack when I got here.
I remember when you finished 2nd early on in your Cup career here.
On board with Kaufman, he's made 4 starts this season, a career best 12th at Texas. Out of the Kyle Busch Motorsports stable. With his partners are up there toward the top of the board. William Byron, his teammate at KBM, is fastest, and Christopher Bell is 3rd quickest. Kaufman currently 7th on the track. Working with Bono Mannion as his crew chief. A lot of experience there.
It's amazing how long he's still in the throttle. Look, he's already turning into the corner before he ever backs off, and we're probably running, what do you figure, 175 miles an hour, maybe 180?
And then just listen to that, Bill, right back in it. He's even coming to the garage, but that just shows you how much you can put the gas down when you exit the corner. And he's not coming to the garage, but he had an interesting line off this corner. He's not. I would pit if I were